Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom, and I share these What's for Dinner videos every Sunday to hopefully give you guys some meal ideas and to motivate you to cook more for your family. I wanted to say thank you to you guys this morning as I'm recording this. It's Friday, and I woke up to 20,000 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you. I made a post, but some of you may not have seen it. So I just wanted to take a minute and say thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. I don't think you guys could ever know how truly grateful I am that you guys come back to my channel every week and watch my videos. It really means a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. Friday night for dinner, I made some bacon cheeseburger sliders. So I started off by cooking up half a pound of bacon in my cast iron pan, and I just cut that up with my kitchen shears. That's how I like to cut up my bacon. I prefer to do it like before it's cooked. I feel like it cooks a little bit faster that way. You can like stir it around the pan easier and get it cooked. So I just got that all cooked up, and then I removed it from the pan when it was done. Then I added in 1 pound of ground beef, and I seasoned that with garlic powder, onion powder, seasoned salt, and pepper. And I just browned that until it was cooked through. When the beef is browned, I drained off all of the grease, and then I added in 4 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of mustard, and about a tablespoon of pickle juice, and then I added back in the bacon and I mixed all that around. In a greased 9x13 inch pan, I laid down my slider buns. You could use any kind you want, the Hawaiian kind, which we don't really like, or just like regular dinner rolls or something. These are actually the brioche rolls from Aldi, and they're really good. They worked really well as the slider rolls. So that's what we used, and I just put that ground beef mixture evenly over the top, and then I put on some sharp cheddar cheese, and then I put the tops on top, and then I covered this with foil and baked it for 15 minutes on 350, and then I removed it from the oven and removed the foil and baked for another 10 minutes. And to go with the sliders, I just made some tater tots in the air fryer, and then I had pickles with mine. Elijah had pickles, and Lily had some tomatoes. And these were really good. Definitely recommend trying them. It is Saturday night, and tonight for dinner we are trying a new recipe. Usually I don't try new things on Saturday. I just like to keep it really simple because it's my editing day. But this meal is going to be really simple even though it's new. So it's called Creamy Cilantro Lime Chicken Pasta. I had some limes that I bought last week and cilantro, and I just wanted to get them used up. So I found this new recipe to try. And so I've started off by seasoning my chicken on both sides. This was 2 chicken breasts sliced in half horizontally so it's thin. It says to go ahead and slice the chicken breast, but I'm going to do it this way and then slice it once it's done cooking. And so I've seasoned it with salt and pepper, and then that's all the recipe said to do. But I am going to, or I did add this cilantro lime seasoning blend. I've done one side. I'm going to get it in my pan, and then I'll season the other side. And here I've heated up some olive oil to cook it in. And then back here I have some salted water coming to a boil to cook 8 ounces of spaghetti noodles. So I'm going to go ahead and get this chicken cooked. These are the only other ingredients that you're going to need. This is 2/3 of a cup of milk and 2/3 of a cup of heavy cream, some lime juice, some cilantro, minced garlic, and some mozzarella or Parmesan cheese, and I actually have a little bit of both, so I might use both. That's it. And then the spaghetti noodles. Super simple and minimal ingredients. When the chicken was done, I removed it from the pan and then I added in about a tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and 1/4 cup of chicken broth, which the chicken broth I actually forgot to mention at the beginning, but I added that in there too. And then I cooked this for about 2 minutes on a high heat, making sure to scrape any bits from the bottom and stirring it often so the garlic doesn't burn. After about 2 minutes, the liquid had reduced, so I stirred in my chopped up cilantro, and then I mixed in the heavy cream and milk, and I brought that to a boil. Once that came to a boil, I turned off the heat and added in my cheese. I ended up just doing the mozzarella cheese, not the Parmesan. And then once all the cheese was melted, I added in my cooked pasta and a little bit of the pasta water. I ended up thinking it needed that. And then also all of my chicken. The recipe said to add in half of the chicken. I just went ahead and chopped it all up and added it all in. And then I tasted it to see if I needed any more salt or anything. And I don't think it needed any. I served this topped with some extra cilantro and then some lime on the side, and this was so good. We all loved this. I will definitely make this again, and I also think it would be really good with shrimp instead of chicken. On Sunday night, we had nachos for dinner. I cooked up 2 pounds of ground beef, and I actually froze the other pound so that we could have it at a later date. I pulled some of the Rico's nacho cheese out of the freezer and some of those homemade pinto beans I made a couple weeks back in the crock pot. I pulled those out of the freezer as well, and then we had all of the toppings. And the kids just like to keep it simple with cheese and meat. And Lily had cilantro, and Elijah had lettuce, and they had beans as well. And then me, I threw like some of everything on there. Also added some Taco Bell sauce, sour cream, jalapenos, the pico, the cheese, the meat. These were so good. We love doing nachos at home. Monday we had Mississippi chicken. By now everybody has probably seen some version of the Mississippi pot roast recipe. So for Mississippi chicken, I like to put some chicken thighs in the bottom of the crock pot, and then I throw on some potatoes and carrots that I cut up, and then I sprinkle on the au jus packet and the ranch packet. And then I cut up 1 stick of butter, put that on top, and then a couple of the pepperoncinis and a little bit of the juice from the pepperoncinis, and then I just cook that on low all day. The Mississippi chicken thighs are a favorite in our family. We love it just as much as we love the pot roast. My family likes to eat it over white rice. I myself don't eat it over white rice because I would rather just eat a bunch of potatoes, because I would eat potatoes over rice any day. So everybody else had it over white rice, which I will have the link to my white rice video down below, and I just ate it by itself. Tuesday night we had barbecue pulled pork sandwiches for dinner. So I threw this giant piece of pork that I picked up at Kroger into the crock pot. The package said it was a pork steak ready shoulder butt, so I don't know what kind of cut of meat that really means, because from what I've read, a shoulder and a butt are different, but it said shoulder butt. I'm really not sure. It had a small bone in it. It had a big thing of fat on one side, so I put the fat side down and I seasoned it all over with this rub. This is the Fat Boy Memphis rub. I got it on markdown at Kroger, and this is the way I do like any kind of pork. I put it in the crock pot like this, rub it down with some kind of rub, and then I add about a cup of water, and then I cook it on high all day. And then about an hour before we're ready to eat dinner, I'll go in and I remove the bone and I start shredding the meat up. And usually I remove a lot of the liquid. Once it's shredded up, I kind of see like how much liquid there is, and I'll remove like a bunch of the excess liquid and also any big chunks of fat that I see. Most of the fat has like turned into liquid, so when you remove that liquid, you're removing a lot of the fat. And then I go in with some barbecue sauce, give that all a good stir, and I let that just sit on high for another hour till we're ready to eat. And we just served that with some more barbecue sauce on some brioche buns. And then I made some air fryer corn. I will leave the link to how I did that down below. And then we all had some chips. I had spicy nacho Doritos, so did Andy. And then the kids had the Cool Ranch Doritos. Wednesday night, I made a new recipe. This recipe is called Crack Chicken Rice-a-Roni Casserole, and it's from Plain Chicken. Every recipe that I've ever tried from Plain Chicken has been good, and anything called crack chicken is usually good. So you start off by making 1 box of chicken flavored Rice-a-Roni according to the box directions. I'm using this one from Aldi, and so for mine it says to toast the rice and vermicelli in 2 tablespoons of butter until it's like a golden color. Once it was toasted, I added in my water and my seasoning package, and I brought that to a boil. Once boiling, I covered it with a lid and reduced the heat to a medium-low, and I let that simmer for 15 minutes until most of the liquid was absorbed. After the 15 minutes, I fluffed the rice, and then I stirred in 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 1 1/4 cup of sour cream, some chopped cooked chicken. I did about 2 cups. The recipe said 4 cups, but I had about 2 cups of already cooked chicken in my freezer that I had pulled out. And then some chopped up cooked bacon. I used my kitchen shears to kind of cut this up. And it said 3/4 cup, but I think I did more bacon, so I kind of like made up for the lack of chicken that it called for. And then I did 2 tablespoons of some dry ranch dressing mix and about 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. And then I spread the rice mixture in a greased 9 by 13 inch pan. And then I put a little bit more cheese on top. The recipe didn't say to do this, but I did just a little bit more. And then a bunch of French fried onions. The recipe said a 6-ounce can of French fried onions, but I actually picked up the ones from Dollar Tree, and they were actually really good. It was $1 for a 2-point-something ounce bag. It was like 2.8, I think. So I did 2 of these bags, and then this went in the oven on 350 for 30 minutes. And this is what it looked like when it came out. It was already browned. I didn't need to broil it or anything. We really, really liked this. I served it with some green beans on the side, and it was super delicious. I would definitely recommend this recipe. Thursday night was a super easy family favorite. It was just spaghetti. I made some noodles, and I pulled out some red sauce that I had in the freezer, cooked up some ground beef, and then I had some garlic bread that I picked up at Kroger. So it was super easy and always a favorite. And that is it for this week's What's for Dinner. This video is so much shorter than most of my videos. It's like half as long. And I don't even understand how, because I feel like I shared quite a few good recipes with you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on trying any. I think my favorite this week was definitely the creamy cilantro lime chicken pasta. That one was just so good. Highly recommend it. I will definitely be trying it with shrimp next time. But I hope that you guys have a good week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.